Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you my top 10 2018 beauty favorites. I decided just to do a top 10 because 9 out of the 10 products are Tarte. So I didn't want y'all to get tired of hearing about Tarte. And I didn't really buy a whole lot of new makeup last year, so that's why I don't have a whole lot of new stuff to talk about. But that is one thing I'm going to try and do different this year. Last year I bought a lot of new clothes and not much makeup, so this year I'm going to try some of the new stuff coming out. I also want to do more drugstore tutorials for y'all and hauls as well. So if there's anything new that is out that y'all want me to try here on camera, leave it down below in the comments and I will check it out. So let's go ahead and get started. The first product I'll talk about is the one and only product that isn't Tarte. It is Double Wear by Estee Lauder. So this is one of my favorite foundations. It truly does stay all day long. I wore it for my wedding and I got married towards the end of June in Tennessee outside, and it stayed all day long. I usually like to apply it with a damp beauty sponge, that way it doesn't get too heavy. So I don't like a super full coverage, but it does cover everything that I need to. And right now I am in the shade Buff, which I think is 2 in 2, and then my summer shade is Wheat, and I just go up to the 3 in 2. So really quick, I did want to share my favorite Tarte foundation. It is the Shape Tape Hydrating. So I like this one personally better than the matte because this one looks more natural, and I should like matte foundations because I have kind of normal to oily combination skin. So normally people who are oily like matte, but I don't. I like to glow, which y'all should know that if you have been watching my channel for a while. So I also use a damp beauty sponge with this foundation as well because it's a gel formula. So that tends to leave brush strokes whenever, or brush streaks whenever you use a brush to apply it. So that's why I like to use a sponge. Plus it's a buildable foundation, so it's easier to build a foundation with a sponge rather than a brush, because a brush kind of just moves the product around, and when you use a sponge you pounce it on your skin, so that helps to apply another layer without just moving it around. So my favorite all-time mascara out of any brand is the Man Eater. And it's not just because it's leopard print packaging, although it is really cute and it matches me. But this is super black pigment. It gives you 23 times more volume. And I love this brush because it really gets in there and separates the lashes so it doesn't get clumpy. That is the mascara I have on today. And this is just one coat. I don't want to get too close, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get up in here. So this is just one coat of Man Eater. That is why it is my favorite. I think I have already been through maybe 6 or 7 tubes, and I usually don't use the same mascara or just product in general for that long. I like to try different things, but I just can't get enough of it. I keep going back to it. So this has been a favorite of mine for probably about 3 years, but it's still a favorite, so I'm still going to tell you all about it, and that is Shape Tape Contouring Concealer. Once again, I usually don't use the same product for this long, especially I think 3 years is probably the longest I've ever used the same product. Y'all saw, well, I don't know if you saw my It Cosmetics first impressions, but I tried the Bye Bye Under Eye and I just couldn't do it. I used to use the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. I loved it, but now nothing can beat my Shape Tape. It truly is the best concealer ever in my opinion. It's super full coverage. Y'all have seen my dark circles without it, and this is the only thing that covers them. And it is matte, but it has shea butter in it and mango seed butter, so it's not drying. It stays all day long on me, and I just love it. So I guess I should have talked about this first, but I just got excited about Shape Tape. But this is the Tarte CC Under Eye Corrector. You can't really see the packaging. It has kind of faded from how much I use it. There's what the back looks like, if you can see it. I use the shade Light Medium, and it only comes in 2 shades, Light Medium and then I think Medium Tan, and that is if you have a deeper skin tone. But it has a peachy tint to it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this, I swear by it. Like I said, I have super dark circles, and what a color corrector does is it corrects that darkness. So it counteracts the darkness where concealer covers it up, if that makes sense. I've had a lot of people come up and tell me that even with concealer, it doesn't matter what kind they use, the darkness still shows through. So I always like to put this on first and let them see, and they can instantly tell a difference. It is so much brighter under the eye, so it brightens, corrects. It does everything. A lot of times if I don't do a foundation, if I'm just doing something really quick and natural and just need to liven up my face, I will just put this on a lot of times. So I kind of have 2 bronzers to talk about. One is a palette and then one is a individual bronzer. I used to not like shimmer bronzers. Well, of course, back in high school, middle school, loved the like glitter Victoria's Secret bronzers. Those were my favorite. And then once I got older and actually learned how to do makeup correctly, I learned that it's better to like contour and stuff with a matte bronzer. And I kind of break the rules and I even contour with this one. So this is the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and it is the shimmer one. But whenever I say shimmer, it is more of a sheen. So it just gives a really pretty glow, and it kind of has some, not really flecks of gold, but it looks gold. It gives you a really pretty sun-kissed glow, which is what I am all about, especially in the winter, because I don't like when I lose my tan in the winter. So I have been using this non-stop this winter just to give me that sun-kissed glow year-round. And the palette I wanted to talk about is the Park Avenue Princess palette. This one has 2 matte highlighters, and then it has 2 matte bronzers and then 2 shimmer bronzers. So what I love about this palette is if you can see the different tones, the different shades of bronzers, you can use this palette year round. So it has the lighter shades for the winter, and then it has the darker shades if you get darker in the summer. But I don't know if y'all can tell why I have been using this the most. It is for this matte highlighter shade. I don't think y'all can really tell on camera, but it has a yellow tint, which is great for brightening. So I have been using this underneath my eyes. So I will set it with just a regular powder, and then I will take quite a bit of this yellow powder to set my under eye, and it really brightens it up. I can tell a huge difference just by doing one eye. So in case there's anything that you forgot what I said and you don't want to watch the whole video again, I will list everything down below in the description bar along with the link in case you want to purchase it. So the last 4 items are eyeshadow palettes. There are 2 big normal size palettes and then 2 smaller palettes. So I think I'm gonna go with, no, I'll save my favorite for last. So I'll go ahead and talk about the smaller palettes. So this palette actually came in a little gift set, and I think it is so cute. It has the flamingos on the front that move. I don't know if it's showing up on camera. So this one is probably my newest favorite mini palette. If I had to come up with a palette that looked like fall, this would be it. And y'all will see what I mean in a second. Aren't those colors so pretty? I am so obsessed. I use every single one of these. There are 3 matte and 3 shimmers. So this one, and this one are shimmers, and then that one, and then the top 2 are matte. So this one is great for like a base color, or if you want to brighten the lid, you can just use that as a base. I love this one on the outer corner and just to kind of deepen it up. This one is a perfect crease color. And then I love using this on the lid, and then I will switch out between those two on my lid. And then this one is a really pretty inner corner highlight or a brow bone highlight. And then this is also another, well, obviously they're all favorites, but I love this mini palette as well. It is the Man Eater. And I just think this is a really great neutral palette. I think it's great for traveling, and normally I'm terrible at talking about traveling because I'm the type of person who will take 5 different eyeshadow palettes, blush palettes. I mean, I pack way too much clothes and makeup. I'm definitely an overpacker. But I'm trying to think at where I went. I may have just been staying the weekend with my husband or something, but this was the only palette that I took, and I usually never do that. But I like it because it has, like I said, all neutrals, and it has the lighter shades as well as the deeper ones if you wanted to kind of change it up for nighttime or do a smoky eye. I think it is a great little palette. So this palette is at Ulta. The Man Eater products are an Ulta exclusive as well as Shape Tape. So that is only at Ulta or of course on Tarte's website. So the last two items are both full-size eyeshadow palettes, and they are both from limited edition collections. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Love, Trust, and Fairy Dust. First of all, let's talk about this packaging. Pink sparkles. I mean, this is totally me in an eyeshadow palette. So I love this one because of all of the pinks and the golds and purples. These are all my tones. And I saved my most favorite for last. This is hands down my most favorite eyeshadow palette. Probably not in general, but definitely my all-time favorite limited edition eyeshadow palette, and that is the Mermaid palette. I mean, first of all, once again, the packaging, it is a seashell. I think, once again, I'm not saying this because I work for them, but Tarte has the cutest packaging. I have always thought that even before I started working for them. I just think that their packaging just keeps getting better and better. But first of all, the seashell, love that. I love that the eyeshadows are shaped like scales. But I just love these shades because it still has your neutrals, and then you also have a few pops of color. I have actually done a tutorial using this where I use the neutrals and then I pop, I think this one on my lower lash line just to give a pop of color but not too much color. So I don't think that you can get either one of these anymore. If you can, it would be on Tarte's website. I know that you still can get the mermaid brushes, which are some of my favorite brushes. I know you can still get those, but I don't think they have the palette anymore. That's going to be it for today's video. I hope that y'all enjoyed seeing my top 10 beauty favorites of 2018. If there are any new products out there or any products you've heard a lot of people talk about that you want me to try out here on camera, let me know down below in the comments. I would love to check that out for y'all. And I'm also going to work on more drugstore content. It has been a while since I've posted anything about drugstore makeup, so I'm going to try and do more of that this year. And I'm thinking about doing a Valentine's Day look using only drugstore makeup. I think I did that about 2 years ago, so definitely going to try and do that again. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That way you will be notified whenever I post that video. And if you liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But that is all I have to say, except thank you for watching, and until next time, bye y'all.